Udja, has greetings, good rising, and great awakening. This is day 3 of the 21 days of healing post-traumatic slave syndrome with sound, self-care, and global prayer. And just doing a summary of the self-care session. I'm doing the self-care work, but I'm not going to do it on camera because it takes a long time. And I'm just going to give you a summary and then the global prayer. All right, so for for this afternoon session, I did the ear acupuncture. There's some chart for that, which I have not done before on myself. Here we go. Here's the handout, and I'm posting it on the video. And we have the sympathetic point for balance in the autonomic nervous system, the Shen Men for settling and bringing comfort to the heart and to the mind, the kidney point to warm a freeze response and help people find a sense of safety in themselves, the liver to soften anger, help the eyes see new possibilities, to unwind the fight response. What is it? Freeze, fight, or flight. So this would be the fight response, unwinding the fight response. And then the hippocampus to ease the mind's grip on traumatic memory, to bring relief to overcharged sensate memories that manifest as nightmares and flashbacks, complete with odors and images. And then I also have the ear chart, which I've never really studied it. I've seen it before. And the other acupuncture points. So, and I chose the tuning forks based on the reading for today. And since we're dealing with the kidney, because they say the ears look like the kidney. You know, the shape of your ears looks like the shape of a kidney. I know we did the kidney meridians a few days ago, but this is the kidney point on the ear. And so I used the chart for May 12th, and since we're dealing with kidneys and memories, and the Sankofa step for day 3 is tell your history. No, tell your story. Preserve your memories for those to come. Preserve your memories for those to come. So yes, we're dealing with memories. And we're dealing with, in my situation, loss of my memories based on trauma. Because like with the trauma, I've blocked out a lot of memories because some are so bad, I've blocked them out. So I've blocked out good memories and bad memories. So we want to open up to receive the memories so the negative memories can come up so I can release them because they're just trapped. And that way the positive memories will come up and I can create more positive memories. So we're letting go of negative memories. We're reconnecting with memories that are blocked due to trauma or loss. You know, memories lost. Some people have lost their memories or lost their memories. And we want to release negative memories to make room for positive ones. So this is about dealing with feelings and emotions. So I decided to focus on the alignments dealing with feelings and emotions and healing. So that will be Chiron in Sidereal Pisces, which is Neptune rules that. And then Neptune or Nebuchadnezzar in Sidereal Aquarius. So those are the tones that I'm going to be using, and then also Zodiac to remove any blocks. So I did some work with the Nebuchadnezzar fork and the Anpu fork, and they have the mother-son relationship. And I would just, strike the tuning forks and then get as close as I can to the points according to the diagram. You don't want to put them inside the ear, of course. And if you don't have tuning forks, you can use acupressure, Reiki, Raseki, crystals, stones, visualization, whatever your modality is. My modality is sound and using these tuning forks. And then I did both ears, and I noticed, let's see, here's some Chiron and Pisces. I noticed that sometimes I would go with the two big ones on opposite ends, and I would start shaking. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that was the first part of the treatment. Then the protocol calls to use the toning fork Sedna, which is for trauma, with the kidney points. And since I'm doing the ears, which is like the kidneys, I just did the Sedna on the ears. Sedna is a really unusual tone. I did Sedna with Nebuchadnezzar for releasing emotions from trauma. And then I also used the Zodiac, or Anpu, for opening the ways to release the trauma. And then I did, the other part of the protocol is to use the Yang Kiao and the Yang Kiao. And I'll put the charts in the video. And that was the self-care session. Now it's time for the global prayer for healing post-traumatic slave syndrome with sound. This is day 3 of a 21-day program where I'm doing self-care and this global prayer. So we're dealing with Sankofa step number 3. Tell your story, preserve your memories for those to come. And for those that have been traumatized, some memories have been lost or blocked. And like in my case, some memories are so negative that I just blocked out a lot of things. I blocked out a lot of feelings. Sometimes I'm kind of numb and I can't remember things from when I was young, when I was a young woman, even some things when I was with my family. I just don't remember. So I'm working to release a lot of the negative memories to make room for positive memories. So we're dealing with feelings and emotions from the past that are blocking us in the present. So we have Anpu, which is to open the way, can tell the difference between the real and the unreal. So I can twist it a little bit. There we go. Then the tone for Chiron, which we attribute to Imhotep for healing, the art of healing. Nebuchadnezzar is associated with Neptune and Pisces, and Heru is for Uranus and Sidereal Aquarius. Okay. Nikpu Anpu, Nikpu Imhotep, Nikpu Nebuchadnezzar, Nikpu Heru. Releasing feelings and memories, bringing up good feelings, free of negativity. Nikpu Anpu, Nikpu Imhotep, Nikpu Nebuchadnezzar, Nikpu Heru. Releasing feelings and memories, brings about deep healing, free of negativity. Dua Anpu, Dua Imhotep, Dua Neverhead, Dua Heru, purifying feelings and memories, brings about deep healing, free from negativity. Dua Anpu, Dua Imhotep, Dua Neverhead, Dua Heru. Udja. And since step 3 specifically asks for Sedna, I decided to just do Sedna instead of putting her with the other tones. So we have, let me get the chart. Make sure. Yes, we have Sedna and Sidereal Taurus. So that would be Sedna and Hetaru. And I added the extra low notes, and then also added the Om tone for grounding, so that we're fully grounded in this vibration. Well, trying to make these really short, but Hetaru is the goddess that forgot her divinity, and by opening up to the cosmic mind and listening to the teachings from Lord Jehuti, she was able to remember her divinity and come back to her, her normal, natural state, which is the way most people are, especially people that have been traumatized. We forget our divinity. We don't know how to identify with our higher self. We're aware of it, but like as my situation, it was only recently that I was still identifying with my ego, and I just learned how to identify with my higher self, which is really exciting, and it's a huge breakthrough and milestone in my healing. And then Sedna is the Inuit goddess who is associated, her tone's associated with sexual assault, domestic violence, abuse, abandonment, neglect issues. Her story is her father wanted her to marry someone, but she was in love with this person from another village, and her father was against it, but she insisted, and she ran off with him and married him and went to live with him. And when she got to the house, it was a nest, and it turns out he's a giant bird monster type demonic entity who just kept her there as like a prisoner or a slave. And one day she escaped, and she was swimming, and her dad happened to feel so bad about everything. He happened to be at that moment in a boat coming to save her. So she gets in the boat, and then her husband finds her, and he's coming towards the boat, and the father's afraid that the bird's gonna come for him. So he throws her overboard into the water, and she puts her hands on the edge of the boat and says, "Father, Father!" And he takes his machete or whatever and cuts off her fingers, and she falls into the water. And so the bird doesn't get her, but her dad, sacrificed her for his own safety, which happens, unfortunately. And so she sank to the bottom of the ocean. Her fingers became the sea creatures, the mammals and everything in the sea, and all the life in the sea. And so she represents violation. So this is a global prayer that we're able to heal from trauma and remember our divinity. We identify with our higher self, with the royal personality, and not with the ego personality, to not look back on everything that happened as traumatic or bad, or judgment with judgment. Not to feel happy about it, but to be grateful that it happened because it got us to where we are. I know it's a kind of a harsh way to look at slavery, but it's a healthy way to look at it. And once we remember our divinity and reclaim our heritage, which is conscious light beings, and let go of tribalism, we're proud of our ancestors and our culture and our traditions and our heritage, but those are things that keep us attached to the earth, to the world of time and space. And we need to transcend and transmute. We need to ascend, especially in light of everything that's going on. We need to be light. Okay, here we go. Om.